Good morning, I'm Cameron Moore, Executive Officer here with the Wilmington-Cape Home Builders Association, and appreciate you joining us. We're doing this month's Advocacy Corner. This is June's Advocacy Corner. Tyler, appreciate as always you joining us. So we're just going to jump right in a little bit, talk about some local issues. On the local side of things, one of the unique things we have, and I know you're getting ready to deal with it in June, the planning board down in Sunset Beach has essentially decided that solar panels on all new construction would be an appropriate measure. Talk about that real quick, why it's not an appropriate measure.
Well, it's not an appropriate measure because local jurisdictions can't just arbitrarily decide they want to add on to the state building code.
Right.
I think there's a case from 2001 in Charlotte that the Department of Justice website, we're going to use that when we go talk to the planning board on Thursday. You know, whether it's carbon monoxide detectors or solar panels or painting the houses purple, you know, they're things that local governments can't do just because they decide they want to. The upside of having a state building code is everybody builds to that code, and local jurisdictions can't add their bells and whistles onto that just because they decide they want to.
Well, I'm sure will prevail. I mean, obviously, if it's not allowed and they don't have the authority, they shouldn't be able to do it. So we're certainly going to point that out. We appreciate you doing that. I know you've been working on process changes a little bit. We provided some feedback. We've had a lot of issues on the inspection side, TRC side, review side, trying to get projects, city, county here in New Hanover, county and city of Wilmington, really through those processes. Both governmental entities have come to us and asked us, you know, hey, how can we improve our processes? So you're working with the base members. Talk a little bit about that real quick.
So it's extremely front-end stuff. I know a lot of folks are concerned about the sale of the house or, you know, the turnover at the transactional piece. But if the houses can't get out of the ground, the subdivision can't get out of the ground, the development can't get out of the ground, then the new company can't come in, or you're not going to have the houses. So we focused really with the city and the county on trying to streamline their timelines on the front end to enable the investment. You know, it's comments and it's meeting the ordinance, it's site plans, it's all this technical stuff on the front end. And we've tried to, you know, decrease those timelines, really continue to uphold a high level of development quality, right? But also have some predictability in the process so folks will continue to want to put subdivisions on the ground here in New Hanover County and the city of Wilmington.
Sure. Switching gears a little bit on the state line. Obviously, General Assembly is in the process of essentially wrapping up 2 to 3 weeks out. I think they've got a goal before July 4th to get out. We just got back as far as the North Carolina Home Builders Association and obviously the local associations, including this HBA, with our legislative day. Walk us through that process a little bit. We had a good contingent of local leadership here from the HBA that joined us, but walk us through that a little bit.
So one of the cool things is every association, or most of the associations, have a legislative day in Raleigh.
Sure.
So the Home Builders Day was a couple of weeks ago. I really appreciate it. As somebody who's up there a lot, you know, the legislators hear from me. It's helpful that they hear from y'all. So that, you know, when you have folks on your board that took the time to drive to Raleigh for the day and go meet with our legislators, sit in Senator Rabin's office and talk to him about the market in Brunswick County and the market in New Hanover County and things that the legislature can do to help or hinder continued residential growth. It means a lot, I think, to them, to tell them thank you, hey, thanks for doing the things that you're doing that are beneficial to the economy in our region. And by the same token, here's some things that we would, you know, could use some help with if an opportunity arises, because they're not going to be there for very long. So I appreciate y'all taking the time to do that. You know, we met with 5 legislators in the span of an hour and a half, which is really, really effective from a time management standpoint. You know, candidly, tomorrow is Realtors Day up there, so I'll be going back to Raleigh to help the Realtors do the same thing tomorrow, some of our Realtor partner members. But I would just encourage you and your members to continue to take the opportunity to go up there and do it. Sure. It's a half day, it's a day, it's a quick trip to Raleigh, but it really makes a big difference. A, you get to see how the process works, and B, the legislators get to see you there, and they understand that you really care about what's going on.
Sure, it's a nice impact, and we appreciate you setting up the appointments and walking us through that process. As always, thank you for joining us. We do appreciate what you're doing for this HBA. You can check out more of what's going on with our base governmental affairs and also what's going on with the HBA in our June toolbox. With that, Tyler, thank you as always. We appreciate it. Thank you.